Hello everyone, it's Nootan Deep and welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to just share you by watching whom I got inspired to speak in English. And before this, I wanted to put this thought which was occurring in my mind that it's not the inspiration. I would say when I was in standard 8th, I started having the affection towards this English language, and I really used to fond of this language that time. Since I was not having the idea of speaking in English, and I had one of my friend who used to speak in English so well, but I was not having that much confidence. Since I was having the grammar knowledge in my mind, I have a lot of vocabularies in my mind, but I was not being able to do so, like practically applying this kind of thing, like implementing my thoughts in English and speaking with other person in English. I was not really sure, and I had no, um, you know, that kind of strength in my mind, in my within myself, I would say, and I was not able to do so. But yes, I had that affection towards this language, and I was so much accustomed to this language. I wanted to do this, meaning I wanted to speak out my thoughts in English. I wanted to speak in English when I was maybe in standard 8th or ninth. But yes, I really used to fond of this language. And you know what? I wanted to just tell you my all subjects was in Hindi medium, and I used to read all my subjects in Hindi medium. Only English subject was in English, and the rest subjects like commerce, accounts, all were in Hindi. So I remember when I was in second year, when I I chose the field of commerce, BCom, and all of a sudden by seeing my one of my lecturer talking in English with so much confidence, I chose all subjects transferred in English. I wanted to do it for a very long time, but I was not being able to do so, and I could not do that time. But yes, when I was doing my second year, BCom second year, all of a sudden I changed all my subjects in English. Right now, I'm not reminding any of subject, but yes, there were company law, communication, accounts, and cost accounting, okay, income tax. But i I took this decision uh, of my own that I have to take all the subjects in English, and anyhow I have to do so, because by watching one of my lecturer, she was so much confident while speaking in English, and whenever I used to see her talking, I feel like I wish I could speak like her in English. I could have that much confidence to talk, to speak out my thoughts in English, and someday I'll have that command in English, and someday I'll have that confidence to talk at least for 1 minute in English, because I was not being able to do so. Since I was so much, that time I used to be a shy girl, so much shy, and so much, suppressed girl also. I sometimes I couldn't express my feelings and my thoughts in words. So I was so much, impossible to understand myself, I would say. So when I saw my one of my lecturer talking in English with so much confidence and flawless English and so much understandable, meaning whatever she was saying, we were so much aware what she was telling to us, what she wanted to express her feelings towards the topic. So it was so much understandable, okay. So somewhere it made my mind that I have to just change all the subjects from Hindi medium into English medium. And I took this decision of my own by myself, without asking to somebody, without telling to somebody. I chose this kind of idea. Initially I was a little bit reluctant doing so, because I thought, if I could not do so, if I could not uh, go through the chapters clearly, what would I do that time? And if I was not being able to understand the chapter so clearly, then what would I do? But you know what, apart from this, thinking about the negative thoughts, I chose this idea that all of a sudden it came into my mind that I have to take all the subjects in English. Earlier I have already purchased all my books in Hindi, but by watching my lecturer speaking in English again and again, attending her class, and seeing her talking in English all the things and explaining the topic in English, because it was so much understandable, had inspired me a lot that time. And that moment I decided that I have to do this. I have to just change all my subject from my mother tongue into English language. And that time I did that. But yes, even then I want to tell you that, that different kind of adventure I did. Yes, it was an adventure thing for me. It was so much adventurous, because every time studying all the subjects in my mother tongue, and all of a sudden I changed all my subjects from mother tongue into English. So it was so much adventurous for me that time. But yes, I would say, even if I chose to change all the subjects from my mother tongue into English, but yes, I was not being able to speak up something in English. I had that mindset that okay, I am reading and studying all the subjects in English from now on, but yes, I was not being able to speak out a single sentence in English, because for me that time, in my opinion, I used to think that taking all the subjects in English was sufficient for me, was enough for me to learn English. But you know what? To speak English, you have to do it practically, actively. You have to do this. Not in a written exam. You are doing all the things, like you are writing all the things in English, and you have all the answers to the questions, and you are writing in a paper, but you are not implementing it. You are not actively doing so. You are not making your mouth to speak out your thoughts in English. Then what is the use? What is the point of storing a lot of things in your mind? You have stored all the things, all the grammar rules, all the stories, or the chapters you have already read, but you are not being able to speak out your thoughts in English, because you have the fear of making mistakes. Maybe you have the fear of getting hesitated, going, stumbling. That's not a big deal. It's all your mindset, okay? Because you have not already decided this fact that what you have to actually do it. Are you really serious about doing that? Choosing to talk in English. You have a great knowledge of English language in your mind. Within yourself you have a lot of things stored, okay, but you are not implementing it. Then what is the point? Pouring your heart out, only reading, writing will never give you that much result, okay? Reading is important, listening is so much important here, but eventually you have to talk in English. So this fact I just wanted to share with you, and that has inspired me a lot. By watching my lecturer talking in English, explaining things in English, I was so much got inspired by her. So this was my story. Thank you so much.